Yo, once again, it's on. Back at you one more again, Real Kens TV and the House Like Kitchen Sinks. Hopefully you like the video. Feel free to comment, definitely share, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, and be sure to hit that post notification. So anytime I bring you this action and this heat, guess what? You're amongst the first to receive. Now, with no further ado, let's get into this afternoon's video, if you will. It's about 4:18 p.m. Sunday afternoon. Please excuse the glare. It's not necessarily about seeing me. It's more or less about hearing this story. I just found out last night about a situation that occurred last month in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I believe it was January the 10th. And this particular story, it really, really hits home with me, because I definitely can relate to the situation in a sense. It's about an individual, the name of Antoine G. He was a pizza delivery driver at Domino's Pizza. And on January the 10th, he went out, as he so often did, to make a delivery. Unfortunately, he never made it back home. Rest in peace to Antoine G. Condolences to his family and friends and loved ones. And you all that follow me, you know that, I DoorDash sometimes, and I deliver pizzas from time to time. I in store and I also deliver as well. So when I seen this story, it really, really I was like, wow, because you hear about these type of things, but I really dug into this story and researched as much as I possibly could. And it just a very, very, very touching and sad situation. Antoine went out on January the 10th, as I mentioned, to deliver a pizza. And it was 3 teenagers that were waiting on Antoine. When he got there with the pizza, according to, the reports in the news or what have you, you had one person that had the gun. And then you had 2 people in which he was struggling with, tussling. Not exactly sure what happened. It wasn't there, obviously. But he was tussling with the 2 individuals. Teenagers. All 3 of them were teenagers. And the guy that had the gun, he shot him. Shot him 3 times. Killed him. Ran off with the pizza. And just left him for dead. There was a lady that was actually, she didn't see the actual struggle and shots, but she said that when she looked out her window, she seen 3 boys running away from the scene and ran into a house where they would go into the house to eat the pizza. Police came, paramedics. Unfortunately, they were unable to resuscitate Antoine. And she said next thing she knew, the coroner's van was there. It's just such a sad world that we live in. Because when you see things like this happen, they happen all the time. These type of things happen every day. Here it is, a 31-year-old man is out there just trying to provide for himself, for his family, presumably for his kids, goes out thinking, I'll be right back to the store, and never makes it back to work. Because you got 3 young punks that think that it's okay, for one, to call in a fake order. For 2, once the order arrives, we're going to snatch the pizza. Probably take, whatever money that he has on him. Whatever valuables, a phone, a watch. Whatever that they feel as though they can make money off of. But it doesn't stop there. You don't just take what a person has, you kill them. And there's different scenarios, which doesn't justify anything. Perhaps, he didn't want to give it up. Maybe they fought for it. The guy that had the gun, he gets scared and he shoots. That still doesn't justify anything, because he shouldn't have done it in the first place. I've seen times to where I've heard people talk about, man, I gave it up to him. Here, you can have all this, man. Still got shot. It's fortunate enough for them, they were around. They're still around to talk about it and to tell about it. But you got these young punks that they glorify killing. Now, I'm not speaking about all young people, obviously. But I'm speaking about the ones that do. So if the shoe fits, wear it. You got these young punks, man, that go around. I've heard them in prison. Yeah, man. Heard one dude talking. He sounds so ignorant. He was talking. He was like, yeah, man, back in such and such year. I remember, because that's about the time I caught my first body. Or was it my second one? No, it was my first body. Now, for y'all that don't know what that means, Urban Dictionary, when I caught my first, I killed somebody. That's what they're saying. I'm not saying that. I ain't killed nobody, but I'm saying that's what that means. I caught my first body, my first murder that I committed. So now people sitting around looking at him like, man, dude's a hitter. He's a killer, man. So now they have admiration for this person that's known for going around bodying people. If that's even true anyway. Anybody with a gun can shoot you. Anybody with a gun can kill you. That don't make you no gangster. That don't make you hard. You might be afraid. Only way out is to shoot your way out. Perhaps you think someone's going to do something to you and you don't want to use these because you don't know how. You're a scared little boy. So you say, you know what? It's just really sad. And it's a situation to where, and I know I'm kind of all over the place, and I'm going to be all over the place with this video because, it just, like I said, it hits home, man. You got so many people that's walking around with guns now, illegally and legally. So it's just safe to assume that anytime you have a confrontation with anyone, whether it be physical or verbal, 9 times out of 10, somebody has a gun. Probably both people. I've seen people, man, that ride around. They ain't even street dudes. I see people that ride around in their car and they got their gun on their lap at all times. Just ready. Because anything can happen. Then I've seen people that ride around with it and they looking for the action, for the drama. They waiting on something to pop off. It's unbelievable to think that we live in a world, and it's not even just a society, it's a world. The United States is crazy. This is happening everywhere. It's not just in Wisconsin. It's not just in Chicago. It's not just in California. It's not just in Memphis. It's everywhere. It's not just in New York. It's in Kentucky. It's in everywhere. Florida. And it's one of those things to where it doesn't appear to be getting any better because people have this no snitch law, street law, clause. People that ain't even in the streets. People that don't even, adhere to the street rules. I ain't seen nothing. You done just seen this person getting murked. I ain't seen nothing. Y'all ratting. Y'all don't need to be saying nothing. Like, stupid is as stupid does. Like, I just hear the most ignorant things come out of people's mouths sometimes. But let that been your loved one. Your child laying there in the snow. Cold outside. Body covered in snow. Blood all over the place. You would want somebody to say something. So, the 3 individuals, as I mentioned, were arrested. And they're in custody, of course, with extremely low bonds, if you ask me. I think the highest bond is like $200,000. Then the other one got like $100,000 bond. And I forget what the other one is. Probably right around $100,000. Now, I don't know in Wisconsin. I don't know in Milwaukee, like, if they have bail bonds. I don't know if you have to pay 10%. In Kentucky, whatever your bond is what your bond is. So if you got a $100,000 bond in Kentucky, that's what you're going to pay to get out. I don't know how it is there. But it seems awfully low for 3 teenagers that killed a man for absolutely no reason at all. I encourage people that deliver pizzas, that DoorDash, that Uber, Lyft, any sort of scenario in which people are getting into your vehicle, or you're putting yourself in a situation where you're going to people's homes and, delivering food or groceries or whatever, the medicine, whatever the case may be. You have to be extremely, extremely careful and keep your head on a swivel at all times because it's dangerous. See, these companies don't care anything about you. Oh, yeah, they'll do all the background checks on you to make sure that you're good to represent their company. But these people that's getting in your vehicles, you know nothing about these people. Uber knows nothing about these people that are getting into your car. There's no background check performed on them. But yet they encourage you. They don't want you to carry a weapon. They don't want you to carry protection. It goes against their standards and their policy. So basically, you're saying that I'm supposed to be out here giving people rides that I've never met a day in my life, have no clue what they have on them, don't know where their mind's at, and you're going to tell me that I can't have protection? Yeah, okay. You made that up. I care about my life. Y'all don't care about my life. Now, when I say y'all, I'm speaking about the business situation. I've told this story on my one of my prior videos. I was door dashing one night. Bad neighborhood. I get there. It's about, 1 o'clock in the morning. And at the particular time, you didn't know where you were going. You knew the vicinity of where you were going. But when you accepted an order, you didn't know exactly where you were going at. So I see the order. Like, oh, wow. They got me going to it's on the north side or what have you. I'm like, all right, I'll go on and take it. I've been there before. Ain't had no issues. I get there. It's extremely dark on the street. I mean, it's like all the street lights are either out completely or extremely dim. So I can't really see the house. You call the customer. As usual, they don't answer the phone. There's no lights on. They don't have the door open. Well, it's 1 o'clock in the morning, but still. You don't know where the house is at. But people feel as though because you have a GPS, the GPS is going to take you to the general vicinity. It's not going to take you right up to the person's driveway, to the front door. So I'm riding up and down the street. I'm like, man. So I see a house and I think that it may be it. Because I ended up seeing like a house number, a couple houses down. So I said, okay, it's going in fours, multiples of four. So this has to be the house. I reach over, grab the bag, grab everything, get outside the car. As soon as I get outside the car, I hear bop, 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 bop. 6, 7 shots immediately. And it was close by. When I say close, I mean, I could hear it like it was extremely close by. I jump in the car. I'm gone. I get to a safe location. The customer calls me. And she was like, was you just in front of my house? I was like, yeah, I was. I just heard shots. She said, yeah, I hear that it happens all the time out here. I thought that I heard something. She said, but I'm just used to it. So she's like, well, what about my food? I said, ma'am, I'm not coming back out there. Now, I don't know. You're going to have to contact DoorDash. I'm about to call DoorDash now and let them know what happened. But I'm not coming back out there. I get on the phone. I tell DoorDash exactly what happened. Oh, are you sure you're in a safe location? And we're so glad that you're okay. And, you did right by jumping in your vehicle, leaving and what have you, and blase this. You tell a lie, I tell a lie. It wasn't even 2 minutes. It probably wasn't even a minute. As soon as we hung up the phone, a minute or two after we hung up the phone, that exact same order came right back through my phone. The exact same order. See, DoorDash didn't give a damn about there were shots fired in that area. No, they just wanted to make sure that they got that money from the customer. You see what I'm saying? So they could care less about your safety. Same with pizza delivery places. And I'm not just speaking solely on pizza delivery places. I'm just saying any sort of delivery, especially with women. That's no disrespect whatsoever. Women should not be out delivering DoorDash, Grubhub, any of the above late hours, 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night. It's unsafe. It's unsafe for anybody. But my wife, my daughter, my child, or, significant other, what have you, if I had one, I'm not hearing that. You're not going to be out delivering. And if you are, I'm going with you. I'm going with you. Young lady that I was in a relationship for a long time. We still real good friends to this day. She used to Uber, and I used to go with her. And ultimately, she ended up getting fired from Uber because she had a couple people that complained that there was someone else in the car. I wasn't letting her go out and drive at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, and just be in the car by herself. Just wasn't going to happen. So, when you're dealing with pizza delivery, my problem with pizza delivery companies, now, as I mentioned, this was Domino's Pizza. If I was his family, I hope they see this message, but they probably don't need to see this message. I would sue the hell out of Domino's, because let me tell you why. You're putting people in an unsafe situation by having them going out delivering pizzas late at night in bad neighborhoods. Now, they'll argue, they'll say, yeah, but we don't deliver to every single neighborhood. What we do is we cut out this neighborhood, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We still deliver to neighborhoods that are not the safest neighborhoods in the world. And they're so greedy that at nighttime, once, probably after 10 o'clock, definitely after 11, no more cash orders. That's how it should be. Because that's the easiest way to set somebody up. Yeah, we're going to call this pizza in. Young people, people that, that have habits, drug habits, and they looking for some money to get high. They don't care if you don't carry that much money on you. $30, $40, shoot, that's good for them. They could get their next fix. So we're going to call a pizza in. Yeah, let us get 3 pepperoni pizzas, a couple 2 liters, a couple cheese sticks, cash order. It's 12 o'clock, midnight. You go out with a $60, $70 order, it's a setup. They jump out of bushes on you. But at least with a credit card and a person that's prepaid with a card, you have a name on file. That's a lot more safe. Not to say that anything can't happen that way, but it's a lot more safe if you were to do it that way. But nah, they don't care. They don't care. The bottom line is what they care about. The bottom line. Getting these pizzas out here. And I understand that it's business. All businesses, it's all about the bottom line. It has to be about the bottom line in order to stay in business. I get it. Costs $3 or $4 to make a pizza. Not even that much for just a plain cheese pizza or a pepperoni pizza. So you got a couple, fixings on the pizza, if you will. As my grandmother would say, our grandparents, fixings. $4 to make a pizza. They ain't paying the driver nothing. Pennies, literally pennies for a mileage. 40, 50 cents a mile. What is that? You get paid kind of like a waiter or a waitress by the hour, so you're not paying the drivers anything. Drivers primarily, you rely on tips. So a lot of times when you don't want to take these, particular orders, you end up taking because it's like, man, I got to make some money somehow. But yet they charge a $4 or $5 delivery fee. Guess who gets that money? Not the driver. You charge $4 or $5 for a delivery fee. Every order that goes out, the driver don't see a dime of that. So then you have customers that are like, well, I just paid $5 for a delivery fee and I got a tip. Now, some customers feel as though the driver does get the money. The driver does not get the money. It goes to the company. So it goes to just show how greedy these companies are. I understand you got overhead, you got to pay people, you got to advertise. I understand all of these things. But at the same time, if a pizza's costing $4 to make it, you're charging $22 for the pizza. Then it's $5 that you charging in addition. That's $27. 23 of it is profit. Now, it's not fully profit. Like I said, you got to pay, store and rent and all these things. But I'm just simply saying the reason that I'm making these points is they want to push out as much product as they can possibly push out. Understandably. However, it's at the driver's expense. Now, when I say expense, it's at the driver's expense, meaning that it could cost you your life. It definitely can cost you your life. So be careful. If you're out there doing any of these sort of jobs, man, keep your head on a swivel. I wouldn't encourage anybody to do this late at night. And young kids, you all need to, hopefully you all share this video. Let your kids watch it. Make them watch it. Understand this. When you're sitting around and you plotting and you thinking that, oh man, it'll be fun. Let's go rob the pizza man. Let's go rob the taxi man. It all sounds like, it's fun and games initially. But what happens when, look, nobody's going to get hurt, but you all have a gun and it's 3 or 4 of you all. And that one person pulls the trigger. And y'all looking at him like, why did you do that? Nobody. Felony murder. It don't matter if you pulled the trigger. It don't matter if it wasn't supposed to happen. You was there. You was a part of it. You getting charged. Now, you may be able to reduce your charges slightly by being a witness for the prosecution. But now when you go to prison, now you're a rat. And everybody, because they're not going to keep it a secret. So everybody knows, now he's a rat. Then now you really, really going to have issues. They charging teenagers with, when you do these type of things, I don't care, if you're 14, if you're 13, if you're 15, if you're 16, a lot of times these prosecutors, they're going to charge you with being an adult, which means you're not going to juvenile, jail, juvenile court. Nah, you're going with the big boys. Yeah, the big boys, the Fleece Johnsons of the world. If you don't know who Fleece Johnson is, Google him. Shout out to Fleece Johnson, Big Lee over at Hustler Spirit 502. Y'all go check them out. That's where you're going with the big boys. You want to do big boy crimes? You're going to do big boy time. Mama can't save you. Mama can't save you once you pull that trigger, or once you with somebody that pulled the trigger. You can cry. You can beg the judge. You can tell him, I'm sorry, Your Honor. I didn't know we wasn't supposed to. We just wanted some pizza and we just wanted a couple dollars. Nobody was supposed to get hurt. Nobody was supposed to die. That judge is unmoved. He gonna sit there and he gonna look at you. He gonna listen to you. And you really gonna think that you're getting somewhere with him, because he's gonna appear as though he's being empathetic to your situation. And after you get done talking, after you get done with your monologue, he's gonna give his. And he's gonna tell you what type of despicable person that you are for committing a crime like this. And then he's gonna proceed to give you 40, 50, or 60 years. Then your mama's gonna break down crying and screaming in the courtroom. You know why? Because somebody lost their life. And by someone losing their life, why would he have sympathy for you at that point? You may get out of prison, but your youthful years are gone. That parole board's not letting you out of prison if you even eligible for parole. So you go in at, 16, 17 years old. You might get out again when you're 60, when you're 55. Yeah, they're going to make sure that all your youthful years are gone. For the simple fact that this gentleman's life that you took, he'll never have a chance to hold his kids again, hug his kids, hug his mother, see his wife, see his girl, kick it with his friends, his family members. He'll never get a chance to see his grandkids. He'll never get a chance to, have more kids if that's what he, was going to do. So you young guys need to understand this. You playing with these guns, you jumping on video, you thinking that it's cool. You recording yourself, putting it on social media. Man, that's not cool. None of that's cool, man. Keep y'all little asses in school, play sports, or get an activity. I don't care if you're in the band. I don't care if it's karate. I don't care gymnastics. I don't care what it is. Get an education. Listen to what your mother's telling you, your father's telling you. And if your father's not present, hey, I understand the hurt, but guess what? That don't mean that you got to be out here committing crimes, especially violent crimes, but any crimes for that matter. Do the right thing in life and stay out of prison, man. But the only way you can do that is making sure that you're around the right people. If you with people that's out here in these streets and they selling dope, or they carrying guns, or you don't have no business with them. Don't go along with the plan. All we got to do is this. It's so easy. Because let me tell you what happens. Let's just say you were to get away with it the first time. Then next time you need some money, guess what? You thinking about this slick I hit. So now you're going to go do it 2 times for a second time. Then it turns into 3 times. So you look up and you done it 6, 7, 8 times, robberies, you done got away with it. And then boom, you get caught. Well, they're going to backtrack because somebody's going to tell. They're going to backtrack and charge you with all those robberies, murders, shootings, or what have you. Now you may never get out of prison. Is that what you want? You out here thinking you tough, watching these silly rap videos and these drill music and this. And I still like rap. But some of it's just outright ignorant. So when I was coming up, man, we listened to gangster music, NWA, Master P, Dr. Dre, Snoop, all these guys, but we knew they were just rapping about the things that they seen. We wasn't going out committing shootings and crimes and murders because we heard Master P jumping up and down. See what I'm saying? In his songs. Understand that it's just music, it's entertainment. These guys are not really living like that. They're not really living like that. Like I said, y'all share this with your children, man. Make them watch this. 3 kids, man. Teenagers. Senseless. Murder. All over a pizza. A pizza. The people that spoke on his behalf said he wouldn't even have fought him. He would have just gave it to him. Same way with me. Hey, man, here, take this, man. Ain't worth my life. Take it. Let's live $25, $30 we have on us as drivers. Take it. I don't care if it was $2,500. Take it. Sad situation, man. Sad situation. Rest in peace, Antoine G, man. And, I'm just praying for the family and just hope that you all get justice. But I would definitely be pursuing legal matters. I definitely have an attorney. And because, when things like this happen, it happened on their watch. You all sent them Domino's. They sent them out there. Ain't like he can say, nah, I don't want to go take this order. Sad, man. Real Kens TV. Hopefully you like the video. Feel free to comment. Definitely share. Definitely share this. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Be sure to hit that post notification. So anytime I bring you this action and this heat, guess what? You're amongst the first to receive. Again, if you're out there and you're doing any of these sort of jobs, keep your head on a swivel at all times. I'm sure he had his head on a swivel. Late at night, don't go. It's not worth your life, man. Being a pizza delivery driver, any sort of delivery driver, is the 5th most dangerous job in the U.S. According to the statistics in Google, the 5th most dangerous job in the U.S. is delivery. Understand that. You can get in a wreck. You got these idiots that as soon as the light turns green, they blowing at you. Don't even give it an opportunity. People's running red lights like it's legal. Then as soon as you flip them off or you say something, they got their gun. You might have your gun. Next thing you know, something small, turns into something large. You out there in the rain. You out there when it's 90 degrees, it's hot. You out there when it's snowing. Very dangerous situation. You're driving more than anyone else because you're a delivery driver. Be careful, man. It's not worth a couple dollars. At $55,000 that they say the average pizza delivery driver makes, I don't know who took these stats. I've been doing this for 4 years. I don't know where they getting these stats. 55,000? Yeah, all right. Yeah, better subtract about 15,000. That's on a good year. But nevertheless, man, Real Kens TV, man. I can go on and on, man.